Central Bank of Nigeria had on the 22nd of April directed financial institutions to commence the publication of the names of their delinquent debtors from August the 1st. Banks and discount houses then published the list of the debtors in at least 3 national newspapers. This action by banks raised lots of controversies with debtors, financial analysts and lawyers. That will be our focus on the program today. Welcome to Law Weekly on Channels Television. I'm Victoria Idowu. Before we go on, some legal stories.
Allegations of bribery and other electoral irregularities are among what the petitioner, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Adamu Waziri, is relying upon in this case. Having issued 2 summons earlier, the tribunal on Friday threatened to issue a bench warrant to compel the anti-graft agency to appear before it if it fails to honor the last summons on Monday. The secretary to the EFCC, however, honored the summons but could not testify as he told the court that he was unaware of previous summons.
Today's proceeding started with the EFCC secretary that came to court, but he could not testify. He told the tribunal that he was not aware of the subpoena that was served in his office. Thereafter, we started calling other witnesses that we have their statement already filed before the court.
Meanwhile, the tribunal cross-examined 9 other witnesses from the petitioner, including party agents and INEC supervisors during the polls. At the end of the cross-examination, both the petitioner and lead counsel to the 3rd and 4th respondents expressed confidence in the proceedings.
I have confidence in the process. The court is doing everything that it should do. The lawyers were cooperating among ourselves, and the witnesses, they are testifying. So the procedure is going on smoothly. No problem.
I'm sure that the judiciary, being the last hope of the common man, will do its bit to look at this case on its merit, and its judgment will go a long way in strengthening democracy.
Meanwhile, 2 weeks after an official of the anti-graft agency, Mr. Odofin Christopher, appeared at the tribunal, the anti-graft agency in a report read to the court alleged that the aide-de-camp of the governor paid 15 million naira into 2 separate accounts of the state resident electoral commissioner, Mr. Abu Zama, in Zenith and Diamond Banks 3 days before the elections. But lawyers to the governor and his aide dismissed the EFCC report, saying the allegation of bribery cannot be proven.
Anybody can say anything, but the inducement is not cogent, so we don't see anything to it at all. It's just a mere allegation, which this is not the court to try it. This is a tribunal trial election petition, not criminal matters.
You will not know what will come out. The court decisions are like a pregnant woman. You will not know what will come out until the end. So it's always possible, whatever it may go, but we are very optimistic. We are very optimistic of what is going on, and as far as we are concerned, we have no problem.
The petitioner is, however, confident that the evidence and testimony of the EFCC is a proof of his allegation of bribery before the tribunal.
It's been established beyond doubt now that money was paid to bribe the Electoral Commission. It has also been established that the commissioner himself withdrew out of that money the sum of 600,000 naira. It has also been established that he later, when he discovered that we got to know, he later refunded the money.
You have wasted the time and the resources to come. It's a very, very serious business coming to election tribunals in this country. But the mood now is that the ante for justice has been upped.
The tribunal has adjourned for cross-examination of more witnesses. Meanwhile, on the foreign scene, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange can breathe just a little easier as Swedish prosecutors have dropped their investigation into sexual assault claims because they ran out of time to question him.
Prosecutor, who is...
And how does Assange react? Well, the WikiLeaks founder says he is extremely disappointed that the Swedish prosecutor has avoided hearing his side of the story. The Australian journalist and activist denies all allegations and has said they are part of a smear campaign. However, he still faces the more serious accusations of rape. Mr. Hassan sought asylum in the Ecuadorian embassy in London in 2012 to avoid extradition to Sweden, fearing he would then be sent to the US and put on trial for releasing secret American documents.